Okay. Ooh, very loud. Too loud. Okay. That's better. Ooh, still too loud. We'll try that now. Uh, okay. There we go. Um, I gotta post live notifications. I'm going to work on the pickup of this. I had to kind of reset all my stuff back up after I was away because I had to take some of it on the go for the wedding stream. So, still kind of working on getting it all set back up the way it was. Let's get this set up. It would appear that one of many things that is not currently working is the bot. So for the stream announcement. So let me do these pings manually. Put that there. Okay, so I guess for starters here, There we go. Okay, so our list of tasks for today. I gotta go over, so this is like the blog system for the app. And I gotta go over the details of it because this is how it currently works. You know, it's got a threaded comment system. There are some features that need to be added. I want to add reactions like we have on the blog, which I've kind of already done to a degree, but none of the UI is here for it to support it. I do already have a moderation system that is mostly working. I'm going to be improving upon that. I have a few different things that are sort of doing like a risk score. And then of course, on top of an auto flagging system, you can manually flag and approve or just outright delete certain things. So I'll be improving on some of that. But then also, since I seemed to have discovered that the live notification bot is not working for some reason, we're going to figure that out. So let's open some new issues. Let's see. Because recently I had to like redeploy the database for this project. Okay, and then we're also going to work on accidentally clicked out of the window here. should have put these here. Yes, good. So I'm gonna start working on this. We're gonna consider this pretty high priority. And move him here. And we'll move this guy into ready, because that'll be our next task. Okay, so we need to figure out what's actually happening. The rules appear to be here. It should be going to the right channel. Okay, we have an exception. Okay. So then we should find the exception in telescope. Maybe. That appears to be this guy. So what happened? So something with my pattern, then. I could have swore that's the same pattern I was using before. It's a regex issue, then, I believe. Can I see what it tried to send? Okay, it did make the request from Twitch, and Twitch did reply back with the correct information. So the issue then is probably here in the regex. Oh, there's a space there? I did not realize there was a space there. I may have to implement something to prevent leading spaces. Or trailing spaces, for that matter. Make sure there aren't any trailing spaces. I did not think about that. Okay, so then if I let those run, which we're about to have a break, so I'll let those run over the break. It should ping. If that was the only issue. In which case we have something else to add to our list of tasks. You're gonna break for ads. Okay. The worker has not gone through that particular job yet because it's set to only run every like 5 minutes. So we don't know just yet if it is working. But we should find out here shortly. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it should have just happened. But it didn't. Now, Did I increase? I think it increased. Let's see if that goes up again. It'll take a little while for it to run that again, but we can see from there. I also noticed that the fourth wall sink is complaining about a curl error, which is this. That's running again. Oh, that failed. Was that failing before? Okay, it was. Cool. Because of the exception. So we know then. Is it for the same reason? Because that's kind of the thing, right? If it's not for the same reason, then... Yeah, okay. So I do need to actually validate that regex. Okay. Okay, so we have our tasks. This is probably gonna be the lowest hanging fruit. Okay. Hmm. No. Where did that link me to? Where was it? Custom validation rules. Here. Guess we'll start, because I don't think I've made a regex for it, a regex rule. Okay, so we start to put the actual stuff in there. Let me see here. Can I open this? There we go. Okay. I may as well do this as part of this. probably just do all this in one, or rather use this to ensure they don't have those, because it wouldn't be valid in that case. Okay. I'm gonna need a few probably helper functions. Okay. So let's do. Determine whether a given pattern is a valid CRE. Regex. And then we'll do parameters. Get those in there for cleanliness' sake. String, do pattern, and then this will be a return of a bool. Make this protected. String pattern. Okay. And if the user hasn't wrapped their pattern delimiters, do so. Wait, how is... I spelled it wrong. I'm going to use the / as our if Craig match I gotta get the actual. I had to look this up. So put this pattern here. Do a string replace, delimiter. Okay. Try to compile the pattern. Suppress. Any warnings? Set error handler. Is valid. Restore handler. Error handler. And then return is valid. Let's see if that actually works. Then this guy should be we're gonna both validate that it's a string as well as validate the regex. Okay. Let's see. Refresh this real quick. Oh, oops. Rip. This is why we pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Because otherwise, you make typos. Okay. I guess it didn't fail. Gotta be honest, it's hard to be sure. It passed it, I guess. But then... Okay, then. Let's do this. Because none of this should have changed. Let's Google search this particular problem. This is WordPress, so I don't care. This is an older version of PHP, but what do they say? It's for a different error. Had to have ads. Okay. You're back from ads. Couldn't really find an answer. That seemed to all point to slightly different errors or just generic unanswered questions about things. I have a regex tester right here. the issue actually with the other rule, since it technically has to check both of them? I could see that being a problem. I am trying for the life of me to figure out what is wrong with that regex. I don't think I had this before, but let's try this. Hmm? Anchor in unexpected position. Uh, Okay. So let's modify this one then. Because the other one should have still been functional, but I like the idea of anchoring it. And then let's test this one, because I assume what's happening is it is failing out on this one. Oh, we got a raid. Hi, Mary. Thank you for the raid, or Megumi. I don't know which you prefer. What were you playing? Overwatch 2. I've not played Overwatch in a very long time. Last time I played Overwatch, Mercy could still do group revives because I was a Mercy main. And actually, it predates Overwatch 2 at that point. How was your stream? Yeah, so this one's the problem. So it's trying to run this one first and then failing out. That's why I'm getting that error message. I had to recreate this regex after I had to redo the database, so that explains why I probably typoed this. And I honestly hate dealing with regex, so now I have to figure out what's wrong. Although, isn't this saying that it's got a match? I assumed as much. Before I went live, I was looking around at some of the people who were live, and I was going to hang out in your stream for a minute, but it was too close to my stream time. So I had to drop out. I realized what time it was, and I had to get started on my thing. So I appreciate you coming by. I do a little bit of a lot of different things on my streams. Usually during the week, I do either game development or web development. Today we're doing the latter. We're doing some web development on a project I've been working on, which will run my website and also will be available for other people to run their own websites eventually, once it's all functional. I'm debugging a problem right now. And well, I thank you for the raid. I kind of try to do the same whenever I raid out and try to look for people who aren't affiliated, or raid within my stream team. But sometimes you kind of just either can't find someone like that, or you have limited time to actually look for someone like that. You made affiliate back in February and haven't streamed much since. I made affiliate in, I want to say, October. It was late last year. And usually I stream a couple times a week. Usually Tuesdays and Thursdays are development streams, and then Friday will be like a game stream of some kind. But I've been on a break for like a week because I got married. I got married not last weekend, gosh. Weekend before last. My weeks are blurring together in my head. Trying to shoot for 2 a week, at least for Meg. You're working on a video in the background. Yeah, that's the other thing, is all the different things I'm trying to do in the back. I've still got like several hours of repo from a big group stream. Actually, I wasn't streaming it at the time, but I was just recording. I've still got like several hours worth of a repo video that I have to edit and put together for YouTube. Okay, why is this one? Madoka Magica event. Try to do a video every year. This one's a big one. So I'm gonna embarrass myself a little bit here. I know of Madoka Magica by name. I've heard of it. I do not know what it is. I kind of guessed as much, that it was a magical girl anime, but I was not certain. Favorite anime, I dedicate the month of May to celebrating it every year. Okay. Madoka Magica. I'm sure I was slaughtering that pronunciation. That did not surprise me in the slightest. Oh, I wonder, 'cause I tried to copy this off of a screenshot. I wonder if it was that. And then okay, so we're gonna put that in our regex field here. That here. As long as our validation rule doesn't freak out, which it did not, that's good. Oh, it's a pun. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. That's not embarrassing at all. All right, let's test this now and see if we still got the same error. I assume we won't, but I also assume that because the stream has already been cached as live, that it won't post the notification to the Discord. I'm pretty out of the loop on anime and have been for a long time. Actually, my wife and I did just start watching, Furion, the other day. I feel like I never feel like I'm saying that one correctly. Like I hear them say it in the show and it just feels like I'm tripping over the word. Oh, go away, Autodesk. Nobody wants you here. Alright. It's gonna take a few minutes for that to run, because I have to just wait for it to process here. Overwatch has magical girl themed outfits right now, so that's why you're playing Overwatch. Okay. I did not see any kind of announcement about that. Maybe they're not ones that they're posting about. I mean, I don't follow Overwatch closely, but usually I see their videos because they come up from like half a dozen other YouTube channels that I follow. I'm curious enough. Let's see. Oops. Overwatch magical girl skins. Doki Watch Battle Pass. Okay. This. Okay. Yeah, see, like these are great, but the whole thing about the skins is part of the reason I eventually just, I don't know, could not stick with Overwatch and just a lot of games like that. Like, I don't know, I get too into collecting things. So I try to avoid any of those gacha mechanics when at all possible. Like about the only one I really ever let myself get sucked into sometimes is like ZZZ. I play that on my phone sometimes, but even then, like I haven't touched that game in like months. So I just kind of occasionally jump in and piddle about with it. Okay, did that run yet? Not yet, but it should here in a second. I'm watching this down here for those that can't tell. They had done away with loot boxes, but apparently brought them back as battle pass rewards. Doesn't seem like there's no way to... See, the battle pass thing is just the same thing with like a almost grosser connotation to it. Like, I hate that a number of games that I like do that battle pass thing, and in fact, many games in general do the battle pass thing. It's awful. Hey, we didn't get a failure that time. So, did it work? It did. It worked. It pinged. Cool. So it was less of, I mean, it's good that I did this and added this in, but it was less of a was less of a problem with the implementation and more of a issue on my part. I was dumb. So I prefer Battle Pass over loot boxes. At least you get what you promised if you put the work in. Yeah, loot boxes are just gambling. That's absolutely true. Yeah. Yeah, the Battle Pass, I hate it less because, yeah, if you put the time in, you get the thing. You're not getting, as long as they're done correctly, you're not just getting a chance at the thing. That said, I do take issue with them because it creates a FOMO. I mean, it basically makes you feel obligated to participate. What gets unacceptable is when they show up in a game and start paying for it. Now that's true too. Yeah, that is an excellent point. If the game itself is free, if you're not paying for like a membership or you're not paying for the base game, I don't really take issue really with either. I still hate kind of the gambling aspect of loot boxes, but I don't take issue with monetization in other forms. You know, like your battle passes and such. I would prefer to be able to buy the items outright. The loot boxes are just gambling. But I take a lot less issue with those when they are in free-to-play games. The problem is a lot of those paid experiences are implementing those features. And thank you for the follow, by the way. Okay. Added regex pattern validation for stream alert resource to help users create proper regex formula. Okay, we can kill this. We don't need this to continue running. Did this initially thinking that a problem had introduced in the alert system. When in fact the error, because after creating my test environment, I had messed up my alert formula. This is nice to have anyway. People complain about Nintendo having $90 games now, but at least they have never forced you to pay for a battle pass or a loot box in a game you already paid for just to play the... You better knock on wood. You're right, I don't think they've done that. Not first party at any rate. They've definitely done some egregious stuff, like milking for even the barest form of online content, like online connectivity. But yeah, Mario Kart was what I was thinking of. Oh yeah, I guess those were free to play. They just felt dirty. I didn't really heavily engage with either though. Okay, so the stream alert rule issue is resolved. So let's see. Now we can go back to this part, which was what I was really planning to address. Took both down eventually because they hated how it went against the core values of the company. I feel like there's probably a different reason that they took them down, like a more fine-grained reason, but that's definitely a good like public-facing reason. Okay, so need to get this like system down onto my comments down here. So let's see here. We've already kind of implemented that on the model, because the model itself, where is it here? Apply, comment. Yeah, we've already done the has reactions and set those up. It can have reactions. I feel like this, I might have done this wrong when I did this before. I feel like that needs to go there. And then I don't think that needs to be on there. I think we just need, I think we can just have this here. We'll see. Because the message already has reactions, which is more of what you actually need. Because reactions... can react. Okay, that doesn't need to be there twice. That's a typo. Okay, I guess you don't have to have the reactions method on there because I don't have it there on post. I thought I had to put it on there. That's fine. Okay, so what we need is we can probably get away with mimicking where is it? Probably get away with mimicking this guy. Where is he? He's around here somewhere. This guy. It looks like I already created the route, which actually surprises me because I didn't think I had. Absolutely. Yes, go take care of anything you need to. It's always a good idea to wrap things up after your stream, especially if you've been streaming for a while. I was glad to have you, and if you want to come back, you are welcome to do so. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think I had done that, but I'm glad to see that I did. Can I do... this? What are the Unicode emojis? Those are Unicode emojis. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do something different with that eventually, but for now. Oops. No? I thought it was. Comment reaction toggle. Right there. What do you mean you're not defined? We'll deal with it after ads. Okay, we are back from ads. Let me just finish typing this real quick. Okay. Fighting with my own bot on Discord. It's fine. Alright, so it claims it's not defined, but it's right here. However, I suspect the issue is sort of an order of operations type situation here. What if it's... See, on this guy, it's done his blog. Where? Not there. Blog reaction toggle. So what if it's got to be blog comment reaction toggle? That could be it. And then we would also have to have comment does it rely on probably just the comment ID, I assume? Okay. Okay, we're getting there. So toggle argument 2. Toggle comment must be of type where? Where did I do that? Here, I guess. So I don't need... Is it telling me I don't need the post? That's probably what it's telling me. No, it's missing the parameter. Okay, well, what if it doesn't need that? Okay, well, it says reaction added. Did it succeed? No, it did not. Lied to me. Right? Oh, wait, no, hang on. Hang on. No, I did have. I was thinking that was the post. Yeah, okay. May as well do the same for this as well. Oops. Just do that. Will that put them together in a way that looks a little better? Not really. Okay. Cool. Good. So it doesn't let you like spam anything, so that's good. And that's problematic, though, because it is. It's showing the like count for the first one to all of them. Oh, because I'm doing post. There we go. Cool. And actually, what that should do is it should affect these reputation scores on here as well. Yep. Cool. I would consider this guy done. Did I? I forgot to close this guy out. Cool. All right, that does that. Commit that, and then Alright. I think I would normally run a little longer, but I think this being sort of the first stream back, I don't want to run things. And we accomplished the goals I set out to do tonight for the most part. So they need some more fine tuning, but they function, and that's important part. And we fixed the bug. So I'd say that was pretty much. Oops. That was not the button I meant to hit. That was pretty much what I had hoped to accomplish. So I think I'm going to call the stream for tonight, and I will be back on Thursday. And hopefully, get back into like some game development or maybe some 3D modeling. I'm not sure just yet. Had a lot on my plate past like 2 weeks. So we're gonna raid Starby.